Should you go to college? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Brandon Aries, and welcome back to another episode. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. It's great to see you. I hope you admire this little change of scenery for today's video. I have a little spice up. Now, I feel like I have a pretty good credibility when it comes to talking about this topic because I just graduated as this is being recorded on Monday. Class of 2021 right here. Should you go to college? This is for anyone that is either getting out of high school or you've been out of high school for a while and you still don't know whether or not to go to college. I wanted to bring some perspective from someone who did go to college right after high school and just finally graduated after 4.5 years. Trust me when I say this, graduating college during a pandemic was so hard. So difficult. Online classes were like prison for me. Even though I was in the comforts of my own home at this desk, I was still almost failing classes at certain points. Though I will say it's a lot easier because not only are the professors understanding of certain circumstances and situations, but it was just so difficult altogether. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, as I've said in previous videos. I will say though, graduating did have one really awesome perk. That was from Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme was offering a free dozen donuts to any high school or college graduate this year, and that was just awesome. Over here you see me with my donuts. I was so happy. I drove an hour, literally an hour, just to get these donuts. Okay, so we got our Krispy Kreme donuts secured. This is awesome. 1 pro to graduating, you get 12 donuts. It was worth it. The traffic wasn't, but the donuts were. They're gone now. Here are some pointers I wanted to bring out if you're on the fence of going to college or not. Going to college takes a lot of time. For me, it took 4.5 years. For some people I know, they got out in 3.5, sometimes 4, and I even know people that got out 5 and 6 years. So it does take a lot of time that you could be investing in other things, and I'm sure that's running in your head or even your parents' heads. One thing you'll learn in the future is to invest your time wisely. Technically, college is an investment of your time for higher education and to get better jobs, but I'm gonna come back to that. A bachelor's degree today is like a high school diploma in your parents' generation. Baby boomer, even Gen X, and a little bit of Gen Y, they had it a little easier. A high school diploma was really all you needed to have a decent job. Nowadays, a bachelor's degree is like the minimum.
What?
Now, don't get me wrong, you could still get great jobs without a college degree. I think even Elon Musk said, like, if you don't have a college degree, that doesn't mean you can't work at Tesla. But we're not gonna talk about SNL. Anywho, number 3, it depends on your major/career choice. Me, I want to be an actor and a voice actor, so I thought going to school might help me in terms of really sharpening my tools, I guess you could say, helping me learn how to act and monologues, certain scenes and working with people, this and that. Not really. A lot of the stuff that I learned about acting and voice acting, editing, filming, production, and all that, I learned on my own from high school on. Why? Because I wanted to do this. This is everything that I want to do. I took the time on my own to learn it. This was more so just like,
okay, well, this is this is that.
That's all that really came into my head. Sure, if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, or even a biochemist, or even an engineer, you have to go to school. You need to get a degree. But if you want to be like a diver or someone that works in construction or a carpenter, hell, even just a waiter, if you want to do that for the rest of your life, you don't need a college degree. You can just go out there and start. Granted, if you want to be a carpenter or in some sort of union job, it is recommended that you go to a trade school. But that takes a lot less time than a bachelor's degree or associate's degree. Does your career even need a college degree? You might not know. It's nice to have that extra knowledge of what field you're going into, but is it really necessary? Can you learn it on your own? We have so much information just on our phones. We have YouTube, we have social medias, we even have TikTok that teaches us things. The power of a degree versus no degree. I feel like this is important to talk about that not a lot of people do. Here's an example. Let's say you have someone on this side, okay? Great resume, lots of job experience in the field that they want to go to, but there's no college degree. Versus someone that might not have as much experience, but has that one piece of paper. They're going to get picked for the job because they have a college degree. It's like,
Wow, you really put a lot of time and effort in college to get this job.
and that's what sucks about today's generation and society, is that things are a little askew. I personally would rather take someone that has a lot more experience than someone who doesn't have any experience but has that piece of paper. For some reason, the piece of paper is seen almost like a trump card. Like,
I have this, I don't have that, but I do have this.
Ah!
you know what I mean? If you are going to go to college, don't settle on one certain school. Figure out a school that works for you. The major that you want to go into, make sure that they're highly recommended in that field. I made the mistake of settling. I was following someone to a different university. Why? Because I was young, in love, and stupid. So I went to this school that was talked about of having a great acting program. The only thing that sucked toes was that it catered towards people that lived on campus. I had no problem commuting to campus. In fact, I did for the 2 years that I went to that college. But I kept asking them, like, is there anything that you can do in terms of accommodating my circumstance? And they're like,
Yeah, we'll do everything we can.
they didn't do jack diddly squat. I said, no chance, Jimmy Jones, and I left. I transferred to another college that was a lot better. It was originally one of the first colleges I was looking into when I was figuring out what college to go to, and my mom was like,
See, I told you so!
you were right. But pick a school that works for you, that you like, that you enjoy. Don't do it just because my one friend settled on a school, which they ended up transferring, all just because they had an omelet station.
What?
Your degree might be absolute donkey toes. You stay just because there's an omelet station? No. No, sir. If you do go to college, I would recommend going to community college first. Eradicate those gen eds, which is for a different topic. I think gen eds are useless. It's basically just repeating what you did in high school, but you save thousands and thousands of dollars if you do it at a community college. It's also helpful because you get to meet some new people, but you'll have some people from your high school that are probably doing the same route. And it's a really smart route to just save money, get rid of your gen eds, and then go to a 4-year school where you can really hone in on what you want to do. Which leads me to my next point. Know what you want to do before you go to college. I know a lot of people in my generation that still don't know what to do in life. They didn't go to college. And I know a few people that did go to college but still have no idea what to do. They have a degree in like liberal arts, or they're just wasting more time in school and still don't know what major to put themselves in. Even though you change and grow as an adult and you kind of understand more of yourself, you know what you want to do. Before you go to college, know what you're passionate about, know what you want to study on a higher level. Focus on that. Don't waste time. Don't be in a college just for the quote
College experience.
for 4 to 6 years, and then when you get out, it's like,
Okay, what do I do?
Huh?
you're just gonna end up biting yourself in the ass. Because like I said, a college degree takes a lot of time. Going to college takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of patience. As someone who has just graduated, I wanted to give my final thoughts. If you're going to college, make sure you know what you want to do. The first step I would start with is going to community college and just getting those gen eds out of the way for a much cheaper price. Then transferring to a 4-year college where you know exactly what you want to do and you don't have to worry about gen eds. You're just focusing on the passion that you have. Don't waste your time and money if you don't know what to do. If you get out of high school and you feel like you have no idea where you want to put yourself into as your career or what you're passionate about, find that first before you spend any money or any time. And finally, think about the passion or job that you want and really ask yourself, does my job really need a college education? Or can I just do a trade school or an internship or just learn stuff on YouTube and try and make it independently. Give it a shot. Chase your dreams. So I think that wraps up this video. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to give it a like, share with your friends. Check out my podcast. Link will be in the description below. Question of the day, and we'll make it school-based since we're talking about college. What is one fond memory you have from school? It could be any year. Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, guys, I'm Brandon Aries. I'll see you guys. Peace.